Okay, we are now at the final section in Volume 1 for the XNA Xtreme 101 class, and in this section you will be creating your first XNA game. Now the goal, of course, is creating Canon 3. The third time we'll be creating Canon, but we're going to be doing it as an XNA game. Now in this video what we're going to do is just a quick overview of the videos to come. Obviously, we need to start out by getting XNA Game Studio Express set up on our computer. So we're going to discuss downloading and installing it. That means we need to talk about things like requirements. What kind of operating systems will XNA Game Studio Express run on? What kind of hardware is required and what kind of software is required? From there, we are going to move over to a simple XNA application. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to basically be doing another Hello World type program, but we're going to be doing it within the XNA framework. You didn't think we were going to jump straight into Canon 3 with XNA, did you? Oh, come on. We've got to give you some exposure to the XNA framework. So, since we're creating a new program, we must begin with an implementation plan. Don't worry, this is not going to be a really big lecture because it's a very simple application. It's just a little bouncing ball that's going to bounce around the screen. So once we've gone over the implementation plan, we'll then move into the simple XNA application, the coding phase. So we will actually code it out, and you guys can follow along so that you can get kind of comfortable working within the template that's given to you for an XNA game. From there, we're going to take a look at Canon 3, the implementation plan. And it is so close to Canon 2 that there's no reason for us to rewrite almost everything we did within Canon 2's implementation plan. So I am going to pull up Canon 2's implementation plan and change the parts that need to be changed so that it conforms to Canon 3 within the XNA framework. From there, we're going to move over to coding Canon 3. Once we're done, we will have our first fully functional XNA game. Now, what this section is not. This section is not a true introduction to XNA. We're going to be taking a look at the XNA Framework Anatomy in Volume 2 of the XNA Xtreme 101 course. And that's where we will get you a little bit more comfortable with a lot of the things that you're going to see. That means, just like with the Hyperion project, there's just going to be some things that you're going to have to accept as fact from us and simply follow along. We will provide a lot more detail about these particular classes when we get into Volume 2. But overall, I do believe you're going to find it an enjoyable experience. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at how we go about getting XNA Game Studio Express.